Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I thought I would give y'all a tour of my sunroom. And my sunroom is going to be located on the south side of the house, so very sunny, very bright, and very hot, especially in summer, which it is now. I have a lot of cacti and succulents in here just because it is so hot, and they do awesomely well in it. So yeah, I will start you on the tour. Okay guys, no joke, this is the fourth time I've tried to film this segment of the video. The light has been so harsh that it's been nearly impossible, so take 4. This right here is my black pagoda lipstick plant. You can see how massive it is. I've had it probably 2-ish years or so. See, the vines go all the way down, pretty much to the cat box, and it slaps the cats on the booty while they try and poop. Here is the foliage from the front. Here is the weird little flower they get, which it's probably not as showy as the red on the more common varieties of lipstick plants, but I think it's super cool anyhow. Then you can see, squeaky floor, you can see what it looks like when illuminated from behind. This cool burgundy purple and green modeling. So if you guys have one, try and put it near a window where it can be backlit. Super easy plant to grow. This is my philodendron micans. I believe it's recently undergone a name change, but I'm just calling it philodendron micans for now. You can see how amazing it is backlit by the sun. It's reddish hues. From the front, it has, I don't know if we can get a good shot here, more of a olive, bronze, and green, and I just watered this guy. Hence the leaves are a little curled. I could tell it needed some water. But found this at the SCC Greenery, which is a greenhouse sponsored by the community college. It is their horticulture program that takes a lot of the cuttings, makes the little baby plants, and sells them at a very cheap price. So found a lot of rare beauties from them. And this guy over here is, let's see if I can get a better shot. This guy here is my Peperomia Ruby Cascade. I've had this one maybe 1.5 years, and you can see how big it is. Got this at Home Depot for 15 bucks. It was looking a little sad when I got it, but the trick is do not overwater. Keep it on the dry side and it will reward you. I just have to point out this cool little flower, which is pretty typical of most peperomias. Ruby Cascade. I love this plant. Normally I would not ever own 2 of the same plants just to save space. I don't have room for multiples of the same thing, but I would totally own another one of these. So if I found it, I would probably get a second one. It has such a unique vining appearance. It doesn't take up a whole lot of room. Easy care. Wonderful. Then back here is my Epipremnum Cebu Blue, or Pothos. This guy I found for 20 bucks at Walmart, and it was probably down to roughly thumb there, and it has since grown all this new growth since spring when I got it. Super easy. It is a little bit pot bound, so I have to water it more frequently, but I'm totally cool with that. It adds such a nice vining texture. I'm crazy about all things vining. If you stake this plant, put it on a moss pole or other, it will likely, when more mature, have the split foliage to it. But I like it as it is, so I probably won't. Anyhow, this is my little corner. I'm very pleased with how this looks. Just all the vining plants, the reds, burgundy, blues, greens. I like this section a lot, actually. And now we will be flipping around. That's the door. That's my hammock. this right here is going to be my curly lipstick plant. And I have a thing for lipstick plants. Pretty easy plants to grow and take care of. And this guy here is the curly variety. I'm not entirely sure which one. There's a few different ones I've seen offered. I think there's like a Crispum, Rasta, and Curly Q. I don't think this is Curly Q. I'm gonna guess it's a Rasta, but I haven't seen other named ones for comparison. And here's just a little wide shot of my sunroom. This is my happy place. And whatever I don't show you guys, I'll try and at least insert a name on there so you can at least get an idea what the names are on some of these, because I forget on a few. This right here, I just put him in the shade because he was starting to wilt. He's not a wimpy plant at all. This is my Cissus tuberosa, but it hasn't been particularly bright lately, and then all of a sudden bright, sunny, hot light was on him, and so he got a little pouty. Down here is my Manila Magnifica, which I am so proud of this guy. I started this main portion from a cutting, and I think it was probably 1 out of 4 or 5, and this is the only one that survived, so it's not an easy one to take a cutting of, even growing it in the greenhouse at my work. All of these guys are seedlings, which the Manila, after it's done flowering, putting off those amazing pink pendulous flowers, they will set fruit. And I believe it's sort of a bluish color. And once those guys turned fully ripe and soft, I sowed them in some gritty mix, grew them up in a greenhouse, and let me just say that took absolutely forever to germinate them. I want to say it took 4 to 6 months, if not a little longer. And I originally had this dude in the bathroom, which is very humid, which they like, and he was getting so big so fast that I had to move him. Moved him into the living room, which is kind of on the dark side, and he promptly lost a whole bunch of leaves. I moved him in here. I'm hoping it's not too hot for him, but I don't know. I'm hoping he revives, puts off new foliage, and hasn't been too stressed moving from the humid and comfortable bathroom into here. But so far, so good. Then got a few babies over here. Devil's Backbone, succulent. I believe this is going to be a type of Euphorbia. Name I am forgetting on this little guy he's doing okay. Not great, but okay. This was another experiment I tried. We got a bunch of African violets in at my work, and I noticed this one plant had these gold variegated leaves, and I had a feeling that it was a chimeral variegation and not likely to carry that variegation on to offspring. But I decided to try rooting it anyway, and you can see, ooh, fling some more dirt, that's fine. It definitely doesn't have any gold to the new guys, so I might just end up giving this to my mom. We shall see. I'm not a huge fan of African violets. Some are really cool, but they're mealy bug magnets for me. This is my, oh buddy, you're dry. You know what, guys? Let me pause and water him. And we are back. He got a little water, so now he'll be happy. It's really tough to keep the leafier things in my sunroom watered at this time of the year. You probably have to check in here at least 2 to 3 times. Definitely 3 times if it's super blazing hot outside. Anyway, this is my Syngonium podophyllum mottled form. And I didn't think I was really into arrowhead vines, but I saw this guy for $3 at the SCC college greenhouse, and I couldn't pass him up. I originally bought this for boyfriend because I thought he might enjoy it, and turns out I do as well. You can see just how bright and splashy the new growth is, and then it will start to dull down a bit. Less interesting when adult, but it seems to be putting out a lot of new growth, so always bright and fresh and splashy. Then this back row here, try to propagate a variegated Hindu rope. I've lost 2 babies, so I'm thinking I need to repot them into something a bit smaller. Probably a little terracotta just to help wick away excess moisture. Then this is, oops, viney. That's my Rosso or Rosso, however you want to say it, Peperomia. An easy peasy one. Red undersides the leaves. And then this one is, I'm not sure what they classify this as now. This might be a Primulina. If I find out the exact name, I'll let you know. Pretty easy peasy, has really nice yellowish flowers on it. Big, bold leaves, I like it. And let me just, I can't even back up anymore. Let me try and lean back. Just take a moment, everyone, to appreciate this big chair I got thrifting for 20 bucks. It's pretty sweet. I can't lean back any farther. But yeah, 20 bucks. Besides plants, I like to thrift. And speaking of thrifting, this giant shell macrame thing, this beauty was 10 bucks at Value Village. I got it, I was so surprised I even managed to snag it because it was sale day, and if any of you have been to a Value Village on sale day, you know it's hectic, it's crowded, there's jostling, there's elbows, possibly flying, but I got it, it was 10 bucks. It was not on sale, but I don't mind 10 bucks for this. It is housing a few of my favorite little trailers. Got this guy this spring from Etsy. This is a Monstera siltenbecana, and he is constantly dry in here, so I won't pause again to water him, but I will later. He's got some silver mottling to him. I've been debating whether I want him to be growing up a pole or if I like him just trailing. For right now, he's just going to be a trailer, but I'm seriously contemplating staking him. Then right up here, I have a Ripsalis. Again, got him at the SAC Greenery. This is a Ripsalis. Is it Bassiferia? I believe it is. I have been wanting one of these for a long time, and I actually found 3 different species there, so I snagged all 3. And then this is the lace flower up here. I got it as a little cutting, and I wasn't crazy about it at first, but this thing on my shell macrame is pretty awesome. And again, I will reiterate, I love vining plants. Love it. Then this beast getting in our way here is going to be my bird of paradise. I got this a year ago or so. Started off as probably just a 6-inch potted plant that was maybe a foot at best. And now you can see just how massive it's gotten. I like it, but it has developed... See if I can show you on another leaf. Some issues. I don't know that this is rust per se on it. I'm thinking it's a fungal issue. I tried treating it with a sulfur-based spray. It didn't do anything to the existing brown patches on the leaves, but I think it at least stopped it from spreading to the other foliage. I'm not sure why it got this, if this is a disease very specific to them, or if he's not getting enough humidity. I don't know, but he's cool, but the fungal issues bums me out a lot. Moving on. This is the plant that my sunroom would definitely be not the same without. This is my Monstera insonii. You can see there's a few dead leaves in there, and I should definitely repot him, but look at how much he's vining. And that means taking all these vines down and repotting him, and that's just a feat in itself, and I'm not sure I'm up for it right now. Anyway, with enough water, he seems to be okay in his tiny pot. Yeah, well, that's him. And then down here is my big old staghorn, which a lot of people mount theirs, put them on wood plaques, but I find mine pretty easy to grow just in a pot. Not too difficult to grow. He seems happy here. I might be moving him to the living room just to try and make room for this fiddle-leafed ficus I have over here that is getting too big where he's at. And I'll show you. Yeah, he's massive, and I think he might need to be over in the corner to give him a little bit more headspace. He has grown at least a foot this year, and I thought I killed him over the winter months, but no, this is just a sulky beast that is not happy in most conditions. I'm surprised, honestly, that I didn't kill him, but once it started to get warm, brighter, sunnier out, he started doing much better. Very happy. Down here is my Fatsia japonica. I think some people call them Aurelias. He's a little chlorotic looking. I just gave him some food the other night. I'm not sure if he's just particularly hungry or if it's the miticide that I sprayed on him not too long ago that is causing him to lose some of his deep green color. Either way, he should bounce back. He's in another easy one except for the mites, which spider mites love him. And I forgot to show you my climbing onion, or sea onion, I think they also call it, my Bowia volubilis. And sorry, I was just looking at some of the foliage there. It looked a little odd. You can see it's a Codex plant, and the vines grow all the way up it. I showed you guys this in my video on Codexes, caudiciforms. He's another cool one. I got him $10 at the SCC greenhouse. They have amazing prices on some rare beauties. Then my variegated jade plant, which I had to repot because he got so big he pushed himself off the kitchen windowsill. So repotted him, starting to get nice and chunky again. Little cuttings down in there, and then this guy, my Freckles and Speckles Mengave, and a $3 thrifted cool pot. This is new to me. I probably got him a few months back. Pretty neat. I have a thing for Mengaves and aloes and agave. And speaking some aloe veras, Mom gave me this one because she was killing it. That one I almost killed all by myself. So they are here. This one's happy. This one's starting to become happier. It's learning how to be happy. And this is a very leggy ferro cactus. I don't know if that's typical for them to get leggy. It's bright in here, but maybe he needs to be by the windowsill to get even brighter direct sunlight. I don't know. Then this here is a very hidden aloe. He's hidden behind most things, which is a shame because he's got some really beautiful blue foliage to him. I think this is a Aloe humilis. Yes, it is. In a cool crystalline pot. And moving over, panning out, Fire Sticks Euphorbia. I like him, but I didn't realize that they only show that really nice orangish coloration when they're stressed out. So I've been trying to stress this guy out, not overwater him. And now that it's bright and hot and sunny, he's starting to just gently get some orange coloration on him. And then this section here, which I really like, this little area here with all its cool stuff, I have Gavi Perry, I believe it is. Anacamp. Oh my god, how many times do I need to say this? Anacampestus Sunrise. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Could be wrong. Then I have a variegated Haworthia pentagonia, I believe, right in this little blue pot. It's not super bright and variegated right now. Maybe when it cools down. Do not know. Anyway, I usually hate grafted cacti, but this Euphorbia lactea cristata caught my eye. It was at Home Depot for 10 bucks. And I've seen way too many of the grafted cacti, like those hideous, in my opinion, hideous moon cacti, they call them, with grafted yellow or red or orange orbs on them. But this guy is amazing. And interesting fact, crests, variegated crests especially, are very difficult / impossible to grow on their own because they are so weak. And that's why you need a host plant to grow some of them on successfully. So this is another Euphorbia that it's grafted onto. You can see, hopefully the sunlight's not too bad in here, but just how bright white this older, more mature growth is. And then the new is very cream and green with little pink bits. So very neat. I also like rocks and crystals, and you can see I have spirit quartz, some Australian druzy, watermelon tourmaline. I believe that is vanadinite with a red that I got for boyfriend, and boyfriend surprised me with this amazing cluster of grape agate. It is so cool. And it's not in bloom at the moment, but he's been blooming on and off pretty much all spring, is my Hernia zebrina. I will see if I can find a picture of it when it was last in bloom. It's called the lifesaver plant. I call it the butthole cactus for obvious reasons. And then I have my Puntia Rufida minima. And this, in my opinion, is one of the best Opuntias for indoor gardening. Not only is it dwarf, so it doesn't take up a whole lot of room, it also doesn't grow terribly fast, which a lot of my other Opuntias do. They put on huge paddles very fast, making it rather inconvenient. And they also can be a bit floppy, so definitely a worthwhile Opuntia to grow in the home. And then I have this cool cat hair laden crested cereus Forbesii, and it didn't have a particular cultivar name on it, and I'm not sure. I think I found the name on it, but I'm not 100%. But it's a very crested, tight crested cereus. And when I first saw it, I thought that these might be mealybugs, but nope, that's just the tips of the crest. And with the cat hair, it looks extra furry. And then this, oh, and back there, I don't know if you guys can see it, but that's my dragon fruit I'm propagating. Then if we back up, you can see another cereus, this tall blue guy here. Sound effects are necessary. And I believe it's recently gone through a name change, so I'll see if I can find the proper one, but it's a mammoth. I mean, look at how far up it goes. Probably gonna have to put this guy on the floor soon just to give him some more headspace. And of course, I'm sure you've all noticed my string of hearts or rosary vine. Oh my god, look at how much cat hair is on that thing. Ooh, and dead flowers. Oh, cat hair and dander. How about that? But had this one for a number of years. I don't know, probably 4 or so. Another guy I'm so excited to show you. Hasn't grown much since I got him this spring. Oops, how about I put it in the actual shot? This is my Ceropegia sandersonii, the umbrella flower. And that's actually the same genera as the string of hearts, the Ceropegia. This guy has super amazing flowers. I'm so excited. He hasn't grown much, like I said, so I imagine he's establishing his root system. Hopefully he'll start putting on some new growth. And then, of course, my, I don't know if they call this string of beans or not, the Senecio Glauca, was it? I don't know. I'll have to look up the name again. Super trail. I've made a sort of curtain out of it. That's our back veggie garden. It's full of weeds at the moment, but what can you do? It's summer. Then Kellen Kui. I don't know if they call this mother of thousands, mother of millions. This mother is a slut. She has so many little babies. Look at them all. I don't like them because they drop and they fall everywhere. I feel bad ripping out plants, but I'm probably going to have to take that out. She's growing in my other Opuntia, and this is, if I can get it, Opuntia rufida. So this guy here is the large version of that dwarf one I just showed you. And this guy's cool, but he gets very leggy petals, particularly when he puts off any growth in the winter. I've been snapping off some of the new petals just to try and keep him from flopping too terribly. Then I have a Haworthia there. Let's see if I can get the exact... I believe it's going to be a Haworthia retusa, and that's the name I found on it. Or I looked it up, and I believe that's the correct one. And then Fenistaria. Yeah. Why is my thing blinking at me? I'm back. Had to clear out some storage space on my phone so I could take more video. Then this, have to give a shout out for Boyfriend. He made that wire sculpture with a hand, and I love it. It's so cool. I stuck it in my potted string of pearls, which had some incredible juicy mealybugs this spring, which, let's knock on wood, I destroyed. Then the bear paws. I need to repot him. He's looking slightly tired. Maybe I need to be repotted too, because I feel slightly tired too. A couple other Haworthias in this cool pot Boyfriend made. Hey honey, I love those. You could make me some more any day. Boyfriend is a potter, so we go together like peanut butter and jelly. He makes pots and I fill the pots. Shout out to Humiston Pottery. Anyway, here's some little Lithops I have. Those guys are getting wrinkly. I think they might need some water. These guys are more established. I've had those for a year. Doing great. Never water them, pretty much. Then my aloe is going to bloom. I believe it's going to be an aloe bellatula. Again, I got him at just a big box store with no name on him. You can see with a little bit more stress, more sunlight, he has a lot reddish coloration to him. And a little later, I'll show you same species that has a lot more green to it because it's in more shade. And then an Othona capensis in this moon planter I got secondhand shopping. Then I have down here the rickrack cactus. Believe it's going to be an epiphyllum. Yeah, this is going to be my epiphyllum zigzag cacti. Got that again at the SEC Greenery for only $3. Then this dude here, I think they call this a silver dollar cactus. Ooh, his leaves are not plump at all. I'm going to need to water him. Got this as a bonus cutting from my Etsy seller that sold me my Ceropegias. This is another no-name cacti from Walmart, from Altman Plants. I believe it's probably going to be a blizzard or a snowstorm. Then my creepy face planter boyfriend wanted to smash it when I bought it and brought it home, but I said no. He needs a brain and he'll be fine. That's another crested cacti. I'll have to share the name with you later because I forget it. Then a couple of split rocks, living stones, which got a while back. Haven't watered in the least. Hoping I don't kill them. And then a very sad variegated goldfish plant. I think I just put it in too much shade and I watered him and then he just stayed wet way too long just because more shade, less evaporation. Then Stapelia over there, cuttings. Not sure the species. I'll probably figure it out once it blooms. Then my Euphorbia horrida, which, look at that. I've had him for 2 years, and this is, so far, this, and this, maybe a little bit of that there. That's the only new growth I've had in 2 years, so very slow grower. I have down there a rather sad-looking oxalis, a variegated variety. I think it's like Aurea reticulata or something like that. I'll try and put the name on there. I had to stop yet again and delete more. Yeah, I need to go through my phone and delete some crap. Anyway, rattlesnake. That's a rattlesnake, guys. It's tasty. Anyway, that's a oh my god, I can't speak. Rattlesnake calathea. And then this over here is going to be my Madagascar palm. And he's pretty cool, pretty spiky. Then I've got a plant that tipped over, so there's a bunch of dirt on the floor. Please excuse it. Pilea peperomoides. I've got another jade over there that was stricken hard by mealybugs, and I had to spray him. And then he's looking a little sad from the spray. So, I don't know. Hopefully he recovers. It's sort of a tubular-shaped foliage on this one. I believe it's probably either the Hobbit or Gollum. Not entirely sure which. A couple of other sad-looking succulents over there. Those ones aren't my favorite. We'll just pretend they don't exist. And let's see. I have left to show you my wall. And I don't have a whole lot of time left, people, so I will just sort of show you some of these things and maybe insert some names later. Oh, I did want to show you. That is another Aloe bellatula, and you can see just how green it is with more shade. So, more stressed out or sunny a plant is, sometimes they'll have a reddish hue to them. Nothing wrong, they're just stressed out. That up there is a really cool Cereus Ming thing, I believe it is. And then a few other guys. Yeah. Trying to show you. Old Man of the Andes. Euphorbia, variegated Opuntia. Euphorbia mammillaris. Another Opuntia down here. An Opuntia micro daisies, which that one's not too bad. He's not quite as quick of a grower as the Rufida. Variegated agave. That guy is another aloe. I think it's like Zanzibarica or something of that nature. It's a very odd, ugly growth on it, but he's happy, so I'm not going to kill him. I've done enough damage. And then that poor sad specimen there is a frizzle sizzle. I think it's like an alcuba or something. He's not happy. He hasn't done well. I don't know what to do to make him happy. And then prayer plant right there. And I think we're pretty much done, guys. I'll just give you a little quick spin around and you can see everything again. And it's perfect timing since my camera is about to die anyhow. thanks for watching, guys, and maybe next time I will do a video of some of my other rooms, and once I clean them up. Bye!